This is a special edition of Late Night Health. I'm Mark Alyn. We're going to take a look at the health of your tires, because the health of your tires reflects on the safety of your car when you're traveling with your family. Our guest is the tire safety engineer and technical communications director for Michelin, Russell Shepherd. Russell, welcome to Late Night Health.
Thank you for having me, and good evening to your audience.
Thank you. I've got to tell you, I went outside because I couldn't remember what kind of tires I have in my car. I have Michelin, so thanks for keeping us safe. Yeah, no, really. I went out late last night and had to do that. With all the traveling that we can now do with hopefully the remnants of the pandemic, people are traveling more. Yeah, gas prices are up, and that's going to cut it down a little bit. But should we be looking at our tires before we get on the road?
Yes, certainly. When you talk about gas prices, tires can play a role in that. So there's one thing to keep in mind when you're getting on the road. The only thing between you and your family or all the gear that you have in your vehicle and the road are your tires. So making sure the tires are ready to roll is an important step to having an enjoyable trip and making sure you're safe.
If you're like me and not necessarily tire technically friendly, how do I go about learning how to do that?
So there are a few things. One is to check your tire pressure. Many vehicles have the tire pressure displayed, if not by a tire pressure gauge, or you can have a professional do it. One common question that we receive is, what is my tire pressure? The way to know the proper tire pressure for your vehicle is to look in the driver's side door. There's normally a sticker there, and that tells you your tire size and your pressure. The other way to do that is to look in your glove box and look in the owner's manual. If that doesn't work, you can contact us at michelinman.com. We have a chat bot there, and you can ask us what your tire pressure is, and we'd be happy to help you. So check your tire pressure, make sure that's right. And when you check your tire pressure, make sure that the vehicle's been sitting around for a couple of hours.
Are the automatic tire pressure gauges that are in the car, are those accurate?
Those are fairly reliable. What you can do is the ones that show you the pressure. Those are accurate. When you are getting your vehicle serviced for another reason, such as an oil change, it doesn't hurt to ask the technician to check as well, see what your tire pressure is. While they're at it, they can check your tread depth. But that's a good start when they actually tell you the tire pressure. Don't wait till the system where the light is on, because by the time the light is on, you need to pull over. But if you actually can see the number, then that's a good way to do it.
You mentioned tire tread. I want a description of that, but I can remember my grandfather taking a coin and saying, "Don't need new tires." Is that still a good way of doing it? I can't remember if it was a quarter or a 50-cent piece or even a dime. I don't remember what size coin he used.
Well, I tell you what, your grandfather was pretty clever, and he gave you good advice. It's actually a penny, and it's called a penny test. So here's what you do. You take a penny, and you put it between two fingers. And when you do that, have Abraham Lincoln facing you. Take that penny and put it into the tread, so between the grooves and down at the bottom of the tire. And when you do that, Abraham Lincoln's head should be upside down. So he's pointing down. If you can see the top of Abe's head, it's time to replace your tires. So again, point the penny down. And if you can see the top of Abe's head, it's time to replace your tires. Now, there's a trick to this. Check several different positions, okay? Because if your vehicle has an alignment issue, you can have an issue where it wears more on the inside of the tire, for example, than the outside. So check kind of the inside and outside of the tire when you do that. And that's a pretty quick way to know whether or not it's time for new tires.
And then that you mentioned alignment, and usually you get an alignment when you have your tires rotated. How often should I have my tires rotated?
So Michelin recommends you rotate your tires every 6,000 to 8,000 miles. The reason we recommend this is because most vehicles, they do not wear tires evenly, particularly between the front and the rear. So rotating your tires makes sure that they all have the same amount of tread or pretty close to it, that extends the wear life. It also ensures that you get even traction in all positions of your vehicle. So every 6,000 to 8,000 miles, rotate your tires.
With the road trips coming, are there specific tires that people should have on their car so to ensure and even double ensure safety?
So we put a lot of work and technology into making that simple. And we now have, beyond typical all-season tires, we have a tire, the Michelin Cross Climate 2, that gives great traction when it's in the summertime, like now. And even is designed to channel water so that when you're driving in water with a little bit of a tread depth, or it channels the water away. And it is winter certified so that you can drive that tire. If you're ever going up to some place where there's snow, it's good for that. So there's been a lot of work, a lot of technology, and now there's the tires such as the Michelin Cross Climate 2 that are great tires all year long, and they have a 60,000-mile warranty.
60,000 miles? Wow. I think a lot of tires only have 30,000.
And so that's the cool thing, and that's why I enjoy being a tire engineer, to make a tire that lasts that long with the performances it has. It's taken a lot of work and technology, but that's a great tire for most vehicles going on the road.
And we should mention that Russell has not only a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering, he also has a master's degree from Georgia Tech in mechanical engineering. And you use that to help develop product, Russell?
Yes, I've been designing tires for over 20 years, particularly passenger car tires. It's just a really great opportunity to use my engineering skills. We work with a lot of PhDs in chemistry. And it's amazing the amount of technology and science that goes into tires. But, there's one thing in mind, is to keep everyone safe. Enjoy your ride, enjoy your vehicle, enjoy the thrill of driving. But when you and your family are on the road, keeping you safe. So I've had the pleasure doing that for over 20 years.
I think that's terrific. And a lot of people don't have a career for 20 years in the same field. They switch. What about discount or cheap tires or retreads? Should people stay away from those?
So Michelin does not recommend retreading its tires. What we recommend is you rotate your tires to get good wear life out of them and to extend the life as long as possible. So our goal is to give you a tire that lasts as long as possible and gives you the best value out of the initial life. Another great tire is the Defender, which is 80,000 mile warranty.
Oh my, that's even better. I have to say that Michelin is the same people who do the restaurant stars, and we talk about food a lot here at Late Night Health. So thank you for all of our 3-star restaurants throughout the world now. It started in 1926. I had to look that up. Where can people go for more information on the tires, Russell?
So for more information on tires, even more directions on the penny test or rotating tires, or even advice on the next best tire for your vehicle, go to MichelinMan.com.
MichelinMan.com. He was in Ghostbusters years ago.
I think that was the Pillsbury Doughboy.
I think they were brothers.
Russell Shepherd from Michelin has been our guest here on Late Night Health. I'm Mark Alyn. We'll see you next time.